Good afternoon, everyone. Howdy. Welcome to Tilson Live. It's Tuesday. It's 2 o'clock. We are live on YouTube, live on Facebook, as we are each and every single week, except last week, where we come at you live talking about all things building a home on your land. I'm one of your hosts, Eric Allard, part of the fourth generation of the Tilson family, joined as I am each and every single week, week in, week out, except for last week, by the greatest, Her Majesty Dawn Dantzler, Vice President of Marketing and Customer Experience for Tilson Homes. Hello, Dawn.
Hey, Eric. How's it going?
It's good. It's good. I'm fired up. I'm excited about this particular live, actually, but also just happy that we are rocking and rolling. People are coming back to school. It seems it's back to school.
Yeah.
So we like the kids competing with who has to go back to school first with their circles of friends. You know, so some poor saps have to start this Thursday. I think that's happening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Not our kids. Of course, every parent's like, how come ours can't start Thursday? We're not doing anything Thursday. We're available.
We're not busy. We're not busy.
Our kids can start. Anyway, so folks, jump in. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you are in. We are here to talk about all things building a home on your land in Texas, really anywhere if you want to, but we're with Tilson Homes. We've been doing this for over 90 years in predominantly rural parts of Texas. So 91% of what we build is outside of an incorporated city. Doesn't mean we don't build in cities. Just means people we're building for want to leave cities. That's all. So we will build in almost every city in Texas. There's a few that we have they're on our list. They're on the misbehaving list. But anyway, jump in. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you are in. Maybe you're just thinking about doing this. Maybe you're watching interest rates drop. Maybe that's a thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're thinking time is now. The time is now. We want to do something different. We bought this house, right during COVID, and we settled and we didn't get it inspected. And now it's growing fangs and costing money. And where we thought we were trapped, maybe we could sell it and go do something different. Or maybe you've already started this process. You knew from the get-go, no, this ain't for me. I'm going to get out here on a couple of acres and do that thing. That's what we do, by the way. So, or maybe you're just now, maybe you're already done and you are joining us as a member of the Tilson family. So jump in, tell us where you're watching from, tell us where you're building, what part of the process you're in, and while you're doing that, Dawn is going to tell us what in the world we're talking about today. Anything else that's going on? Anything else on your mind, Dawn? What's on your mind?
So I'm excited. We're going to show off another gorgeous customer home. So you guys know those are my favorite to actually hear y'all's story about why you picked the options that you did, kind of see what this family did with their home. And it's one of my favorite plans. I love the Breckenridge. So it's going to be great to see it. So it's a family who made a lot of really good changes to it. I love some of the special touches that they put into the home, and just really excited to share it with you guys. So.
Yeah, that's going to be, it's fabulous. I get to sneak peek, preview it, mostly because Dawn doesn't trust me with new toys. So she sends it to me ahead of time because she's always prepared and an overachiever, and to make sure I don't break anything. So I've gotten to check it out. But yeah, very excited about it. Again, we are live on YouTube, live on Facebook, as we are each and every single week. Jump in, tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you are in. I see we have a couple of folks joining us, but we want to hear from y'all. Also, ask questions. You got questions about anywhere, any part of the process. We could talk about design consultation. We can talk about plan changes. We can talk about customization, financing, land preparation, septic tanks, water wells, actual construction. How does warranty work? How does the financing work? I think I mentioned that. Did I mention financing? Financing is important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might have said that.
Yep, we can talk about the weather. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. So we got Brinsat Racing joining us on YouTube.
We must say he was first.
He was first. He was like 15 minutes early, guys. So everyone else is late.
You can't hang with his racing squad.
Yep. But he says, hey, from McKinney, building a Gonzales in Trenton and Fannin County. Awesome.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
And then we've got Michaela saying hi from Kaufman County. Hey, Michaela.
Howdy.
We got Margaret trying to build in Tyler, and she is asking if we have any suggestions for building on a 40-degree slant.
Right. So that's steep. That's almost 2 to 1, right? So 45 degrees would be 2 to 1.
Yeah, that's not far off from this.
Yeah. So, I mean, it can be done, and I don't know how much space we're working with, Margaret, but It sounds like probably some type of a cut with a retaining wall. So we would need to kind of cut into the side of that hill if there's space, and usually there's some kind of space, but cut into the side of that hill, basically create a flat spot, maybe do a cut and overfill in one way, and then have some kind of retaining wall that'll hold back the portion of the hill that we cut. So that's what I would recommend. I don't, on that big of a slant, I don't recommend just a straight up dirt pad, because you would be chasing that out of level forever. Like the dirt would just go down and down and down forever. Like, so a cut with a retaining wall is probably what we're looking at in a situation.
Okay. Kathy is saying she likes my shirt. Thank you. This is my favorite Tilson shirt. I love this color.
What color is that?
I think I can't remember what they call it. I call it aqua. They call it, I think, mint. I think is what Nike says. It's Nike, right? Yeah, that's what Nike says it is.
We're sponsored by Nike. We're not sponsored by Nike.
We're not sponsored by Nike. We paid a lot for these shirts.
We're not sponsored by Nike.
No. We've got Jason saying howdy. Hey, Jason.
What's up, Jason?
We got Alicia. Hello, working with the wonderful Julie H. in Spring to get the Gonzalez just right for our family. Thank you for these live chats. I have learned so much. Oh, thank you. Thanks for joining us.
So have we.
Yeah, we've learned a lot too. At least I know I have. We've got Christian checking in from Fort Worth with Lisa Sumner, our Magnolia and Bridal Gate Ranch, completed in May. Oh, awesome. Eric and Don, we have a warranty issue we experienced this week. We need some mitigation on. Okay. All right. Is there someone who can get in contact with Lisa and I after this Tilson Live to discuss? Otherwise, everything is going great. This one thing, however. Yeah, absolutely, Christian. If you could real quick just shoot us a private message and we will get back in touch with you. Just send us your contact information and we will get someone to reach out.
Can do.
All right. We've got Dana saying hello from Parker, building a rock wall in Texas Grand Ranch. Hope to close later this month, pending permanent power. Awesome.
Oh, very cool.
Let's see. We've got Ishmael. Hi from Louisiana. Hey, how's it going?
Welcome.
We've got Scott. Hello from Anderson County. It finally quit raining and we're done with our homework, so ready to get going. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's as green as it's ever been in August in Southeast Texas. It's insane.
Yeah. All right. And Kathy's saying that she gives all the compliments and Jason asks all the questions.
Perfect.
That's fair. It's good to divide duties. So you got to divide and conquer things. All right. Well, you guys continue to put in your comments and questions, and we're going to go ahead and get into talking about this wonderful home. All right. So the Breckenridge has, it offers two elevations. So this is showing you the elevation B and the elevation C. So two kind of different styles, both with, stone featuring on the exterior. And then, different varying materials. The top one is stucco, whereas the bottom one is kind of a board and batten. And then you've got the more what I always think of as like a farmhousey vibe of the dormers on the elevation C. So two options on this one that look completely different, but they're the same plan inside. This is the original floor plan. So this is how the Breckenridge comes. And one of the things that's very unique and, pretty cool about this plan is it has a lot of bells and whistles already built in. So you're going to have, some really exciting ceiling treatments, just some really nice stuff. You've got step ceilings with wood beams. You've got a cathedral ceiling, with wood beams that come included in the plan. And it's it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath plus study. And it's just a little bit over 2,800 square feet. It is also, a true split bedroom plan. So all of the master suite is on its own separate side away from everything else. So everybody has privacy, and it has just an amazing master bath as a part of it with the nice soaking tub and the separate shower. You've got, his and her walk-in closets. It's just a great plan. It's got that same, open concept kitchen that everybody likes. It also does have a dining room. As well as a study. And one of the last things about this one is that it also comes with that 2-car garage included. So there's a lot going on with the Breckenridge. So if you kind of look at, you may at first when you look at the price on the website kind of go, woo, but that's because all of these things are included, kind of standard with the plan included in it. So it's got a lot of bells and whistles, desk area. We'll show a lot of these things as we go through the tour. And so they chose to build the elevation C. And so I'm showing this is what the elevation C typically looks like. And this is our model home in Weatherford. So if you've been up to our Weatherford office, you've had the chance to see this home. There, we did mostly everything as the plan comes, with the exception of we did add the bonus room onto that model. But beautiful, gorgeous home if you have the
Which, by
chance
the
to
way,
get
is a
out there and
house.
see it.
Just so we're all clear.
Yeah,
Like 1,100 square feet. It's crazy.
Yeah, it had that bonus room adds an
Well,
extra bathroom, an extra bedroom. Like it's lots of space. So absolutely gorgeous home. And if you have a chance to get up there and see it, I highly recommend it. These customers did change the exterior, but I'm going to go through that a little bit later after we actually see it. So these are the changes that they decided to make to the plan. So the first thing they did was reverse the floor plan. So it's going to be the exact opposite of what you see online. And then the next thing that they did was add in a gas fireplace. And they did something I'm really excited for you guys to see. They actually herringboned the brick all the way to the ceiling. So it's one of the best fireplace surrounds I've seen.
alert.
Just very, very unique. The other thing they did, typically in the Breckenridge, that cathedral ceiling also has cross beams to it. They decided to take those out. They just didn't want that extra wood. So it's just the one beam going down the ceiling. They also opted to take the masonry off the front of the island and just have the same materials as is on the just regular cabinet material instead of the masonry. And they also added in a farmhouse sink to that island. And on the wall, where the cooktop is, usually standard in the Breckenridge, it's going to be a stone surround. They decided they wanted to do brick instead. And so it kind of echoes back to the fireplace, kind of accents that. So the same brick that you'll see on the fireplace is what's behind their cooktop area. And then they also did a little appliance switcheroo where they took out the Breckenridge comes standard with double ovens, and they didn't want that. So they went with a single oven and actually moved the microwave out of the cabinet where it would normally be and put it above the oven. The next thing that they did was in the master bathroom, they went ahead and opted for a freestanding tub. And they also removed some of the features just to kind of make the standing tub make sense. Usually it's a drop-in tub, so it's got cabinetry around it. You've got a niche behind the cabinets, and then you also have a ceiling treatment above. When they switched to the freestanding tub, they took out that niche and the ceiling treatment just to make it to blend the style a little bit better. And they did also just tile the wall all the way to the ceiling behind that tub. So it's beautiful. I can't wait for you guys.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. And the next thing that they did was in the utility room, they really wanted to use it as a true drop zone, put everything in here that might be muddy and get cleaned up from being outside. So they actually added a sink. So they put in a stainless steel farmhouse sink and some cabinets to the utility room, so they have a place to wash up all of that stuff before they come back into the main section of the house. And then the last thing they did was in the dining room. That also comes with some niches within the design, and they decided to go ahead and remove those just so they would have more flexibility with how to place their furniture and stuff. So very few things, honestly, by Tilson standards, but some really smart things that I'm excited to show you guys.
Come on.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and launch the video tour of the exterior and the kitchen so you guys can see this gorgeous house.
Welcome to another episode of Tilson Home Tours. My name is Mariah, and I'm here with the Barnes family in Bosque County, and we are going to talk about their Breckenridge C. So tell me a little bit about the exterior. I noticed y'all kind of changed it up a little bit.
Upon planning the outside of it, we wanted to do away with the rock or stone that came with it standard, because we always envisioned the board and batten. White board and batten is how we envisioned our dream home, and so that's why we chose to go that direction.
Yeah, and I really like the stain color y'all chose. I feel like it really pops against that white paint as well. And then also the back porch, is that something that kind of came with the plan, or did y'all change that at all?
The back porch we kept standard because it just worked for us, and it was the perfect size and perfect place, so we just decided to keep it as it was.
Yeah, I love that. So let's kind of talk about the kitchen a little bit. So What did y'all do in here that kind of just is a little different from how the Breckenridge plan normally is?
We decided not to do the stone. We wanted brick, and we wanted the brick to match our fireplace so it would tie it together. We also decided to, with our cabinets, we kept the kind of grooves in all the cabinet doors. And then I think our windowed cabinet doors up there are a little different as well. We saw those in the model and we fell in love with it, and so we wanted to make sure that we got those as well.
I like the quartz backsplash that y'all did as well, because there's no grout lines, it's just seamless, and it's probably easier to clean, and just really ties in together with the whole kitchen color scheme y'all chose.
Yes, if I remember, I think the quartz backsplash ended up being like a last minute, well, do you do quartz backsplash? Because we were going back and forth with different tile, and when we were putting our house together, there was a lot of shortages on things, and so we were trying to find a tile that we liked, and then ultimately we were just like, hey, like, do you do quartz backsplash? And so it ended up being perfect and right in with our taste of how we like to decorate.
Yeah, I love it so much. Okay, let's kind of talk about the family room.
So yeah, it's just gorgeous, just a gorgeous house. So I mentioned they made some changes on the exterior. So as you saw, they did remove, usually the Breckenridge would have a lot more stone on the outside. They went ahead and removed all of it and made it all just, your quintessential board and batten white farmhouse, and just absolutely beautiful. And then they also removed a bunch of things, which is why you're seeing all those little red highlighty areas on here. Usually when we've got the stone on a house, we'll add in rough sawn headers and louvers. I found out the official word for the fake shutters things. So we have those to kind of break up all of that stone, and with taking the stone off, they just really felt like they didn't need them, so they removed them from the house. And then the last thing they did was in those gables, we would typically just do the little corbels like what you see in the 3 dormers. But they really wanted to do the big brackets like on other style models. So we went ahead and made that change for them as well. So that's what you're seeing on the exterior. And there it is. That's, the final product. And it's just the perfect little white, the perfect big white farmhouse. But yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. It's got that huge, big front porch and just beautiful. Just love the way this turned out.
I love the xeriscaping. As a big fan of the xeriscape, I think it looks beautiful. It looks really good. Very clean, very nicely done.
Yep. And then this is the back of the house. So you can see that exterior, like they said, this is the standard size porch that comes on the home, and it is plenty of big for all of those chairs and just looking out over their pasture. So just beautiful. And here is that kitchen. This is one of my favorite kitchens that we do. Is kind of it's what I like most about this plan. So, like we talked about, they replaced, that's what would have been the stone on that cooktop wall with the brick. And just looks gorgeous. We've shown others in the past that have done that as well. And I love the way that the brick looks there. And they did, like we kind of talked about, they changed up some of the appliances. So instead of the double ovens, they put the microwave above the oven. So over on that far wall, that's where the microwave would have been. So they just continued it across the kitchen. They also did change out the hood style that comes and put cabinets above the hood to make it more built in. This would usually come with the standalone
canopy
hood. Yeah, the canopy hood. And I love the backsplash. I think that was just
clean. I didn't know we did that.
I didn't know we did it good. I'm like, I wasn't the only one, because I saw it. I was like, I didn't know we could do that.
I've seen it in the shower, so it makes sense that you can do it on the backsplash.
Yeah, I just think it's gorgeous. It's so clean. It just gives you that complete blank slate. I'm sure it's easier to clean than the grout. It looks amazing. It just looks very, very high end. And I love that they did that. So I think that was a great choice. Some of the other things that they did is, that were a little bit of an upgrade is, the crown molding on the top of the cabinets. They did add that in. And then, they changed out. She talked about the grooves in the doors. So yeah, they did pick that cabinet style, and also chose to upgrade the front of the drawers to that as well. And I think that just
5-piece drawer fronts are the one. But also I'll say on the crown molding, they opted to just go with a larger crown. So our cabinets do come with a crown. It's like a 2 3/4, something like 2.5 inch, 2 3/4 inch. They opted for a larger.
My apologies. I just saw the note about a 4-inch crown. So
so it's there's two options. One is about 2.5, 3 inches. The other one's about 4.5 inches.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, just a gorgeous kitchen, and it is attached. We didn't really talk about it in the video, but that is attached to the breakfast nook. So a great place to just kind of do your informal dining, and all of that. But yeah, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous house. So let's see. I think we had a couple more comments. All right, we've got Misty. Hi, hello from Mansfield, building the San Jacinto XL in Hood County. Just had our walkthrough and closing on the 13th. Can't wait to move in. I know, I am so excited. I was hoping that you were going to be here today because Cal sent us pictures of your house yesterday, and oh my goodness, it is beautiful.
You're gonna have to. Maybe we could do Tilson Live at your place on the 13th. We'll just be there. We'll move some boxes around. We'll stage some furniture.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Your house is so beautiful. You guys made some amazing choices, and I know Alicia's out there today getting pictures for you. And yeah, we're very excited. We'll be rolling up. Let us know when we can roll up with the cameras. And
we're going to give you a pass next Tuesday if you're not available to watch. You will be missed, but we will understand that particular day.
Yeah, we'll only cry a little bit, and it'll be after the show.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
All right. We've got Farron. Hey, farmhouse guys here. Farron and Adrian. We had our color appointment Saturday, and Elaine was awesome.
Great.
She did a great job helping us narrow our choices. We did it and made our choices. Next step is a site evaluation. Any tips for that, how it works, how to prepare, etc.?
Yeah, best things to do, prepare for that, Farron. And thanks for dropping into and dropping the question. That's a great question. So I think they do send out like a little letter or email, but the area, ideally, if it can be, have the grass knocked down. That's not usually an issue in August in Texas, but it is this August. It is an issue. I tried to. I'm having to mow in such a low gear, like to shred. It's unbelievable. Like anyway, so I know horrible problems to have green grass in August. We should all be so misfortunate, but have it kind of mowed or knocked down where you can see the flags and the stakes and get a good orientation. But other than that, there's not. I mean, I don't know what time of day it is, but maybe bring a cooler of water. It's going to be warm.
Mm-hmm.
And you might be out there a little longer than you think, because sometimes there's choices to be made. I know the color appointment choice that's fun and that's cool, and it's in air conditioning, which is great. But there are other big choices that are, to me, just as fun to be made out there at the property. Talking about things where the power is going to be coming in and where the water is going to be coming from, and what we do the septic system, and what about the road or access, or this tree trimmed up, this one's fine, like little things like it. And they'll have you stand at the front door, on the back porch, or in the master bedroom, and say, "This is your view. Is this what you had in mind?" Like, no, I kind of thought we'd see that tree over there. Like, okay, well, let's turn the house. So that's going to be happening out there. So dress comfortable, dress casual. And bring water to stay hydrated, and that's our recommendation.
All right. Jason is asking, once we are signed and the plans are finalized, will we be able to get a printed floor plan or elevation print that is suitable to frame?
We did that for a little while. We did like a really kind of cute. It never caught on. Not the customer's fault, our fault.
Mm-hmm.
So we. You know what? We can probably do something like that.
I know some people who can make that happen for you, Jason. If that's something that's important for you, we can absolutely get that for you.
What I would say, Jason, is what I would wait until kind of when we were doing that. It was basically when the house was released to construction. So kind of that week or that kind of lull period, couple weeks between the last couple of things being buttoned up, change orders, anything like that, color changes, to when it's actually released to the superintendent. That way, whatever is reflected captures any kind of last minute changes that people might make. So, but it was just kind of a flat black and white, kind of cool looking architectural deco line drawing thing, something like that. But Don's way more creative than anything I would be mentioning. I shouldn't even be talking right now. In fact,
we can make that happen, Jason. Just let me know when you're signed and your plans are finalized. And we've got SJ. Hello from Callan County. The suggested cost per square foot looks to be around 180 or so, but did I get that right? Spec home, no major options. I'm thinking about customizing Breckenridge rock wall plans.
Yeah, so you're really close. I was doing it for, I don't remember what county. I think I have it for whatever, Caldwell County, but it's very close. Yeah, so I think yeah, we're close to 187 a foot, something like that is what it came out to. So yeah, and you say, no major options. There's really only like one on this house, and that's the bonus room. And that the price I did would be with the bonus room. So I think that, it has a garage already. It's got gigantic master shower, gigantic soaking tub. It's got 3.5 full baths, or 3.5 bathrooms. I mean, it's pretty well optioned out.
Yeah,
not a whole lot you got to do with it. Maybe some flooring upgrades here and there for some.
Yeah,
people.
both of those plans come pretty loaded already. Like there's a lot of masonry. There's a lot that goes into them. So they're at the higher end of our portfolio because of what's already included in them. So I would be, very careful to check all of that if you're pricing things out per square foot. We've got Kevin saying, hi, is there an additional cost to connect to public sewer if a piece of property I'm looking at buying says it is available?
That is a great question. So typically, yes, but in a lot of the cities that we build in the way that our pricing is done, it won't be like this on the website because that's county only. We don't have any city-specific, municipal-specific pricing on the website, but we do have it in our design centers. And so if you're getting pricing from one of our sales consultants and you've told them it's city of somewhere, or maybe there's another place called Rock and J, it's in the Hill Country, they require you to have install a grinder pump, and they require that their plumber install it. Okay, we include that in there. So I hope that, like, when we're pricing a house out for you in Rocking J, we're going to click on Rocking J, or city this, city that, and it's going to include an additional allowance. And in most of those cases, that's what that allowance is for. Things like water lines, sewer lines. Well, water lines are included, but sewer lines and all that kind of stuff. What it wouldn't include probably would be if there was a road bore necessary. So it probably wouldn't include the sewer tap if there wasn't a tap there already. If there's other houses on that side of the road, you're probably in good shape. If there are no houses, the example would be if there's no houses on that side of the road yet, there's houses on the other side of the road. The sewer line is probably on the other side of the road, which means you're going to have to bore under the road and get the sewer line over. That is typically not included because that's a little bit more of an undertaking, and have a bond with the city and all that. We do it. It's not a hard thing to do. It's just there are steps to the process. So
okay, makes sense. And
cities are picky.
All right. Lamb's asking, is there any way to show the 3D version of the final design before construction?
Yes, there actually is. Because we model every one of our plans for the framing. And so, yes, it would be possible. And actually, we're working on software that's more customer interactive, sales interactive. I mean, our design drafting team has been doing that for 8 years now. But we're getting a product called HiArc, where we're going to be able to have a much better visibility for the customer and sales team on.
Yeah, with that system, we'll be able to produce a 3D drawing that actually looks like what you're building, with color selections and all of that included in it. What we do have available to you now is what our drafting does. So it's more of like a line sketch, but you can see it in 3D.
Yep.
All right, we've got Lance saying hello from Victoria County, building a San Antonio B. The framing is done. Windows and doors just got delivered. Smooth process so far. Colton has been on top of it. Awesome.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for sharing that, Lance. I appreciate that very much.
We've got Dronin saying, would you recommend clearing the land before the stakeout?
I would, Dronin, but unless there's a tree that you think is questionable, like you'd think you'd like to keep it, but maybe I wouldn't mess with it. We'll either try to work with it, left, right, front, or back, or we'll let you know at that time, like, hey man, I'm sorry, it's got to go. If it's ones that they got to go, yeah, absolutely, go ahead and get it done. I wouldn't do a lot of dirt work. I wouldn't do any dirt work if I were you.
Yeah,
if I would just clear it, and maybe if the whoever you're using for clearing wants to also do the construction drive, that's totally fine too. So that's not the only thing I would go ahead and do. And again, if a tree is questionable, you're not real sure, don't do it. That's very hard to undo.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, awesome. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the family and dining room.
Check it out. Y'all keep dropping your questions in the chat. These are great questions.
Wow, I love this fireplace that y'all ended up doing. I remember when we met and you were saying that you wanted to do a herringbone brick, and I had never heard of that before. And so I found out that we could do it, and I was really excited because I love herringbone. So kind of explain like what made you want to do this design.
Well, a herringbone fireplace was something I'd always dreamed of. And when we walked through the model of this house and we saw the fireplace there, it inspired me to want brick, which I've always wanted. I love brick. And then the herringbone is just something I always personally wanted in a fireplace.
That's awesome. And then these windows, they are massive. I love that it just brings all this natural light in, and y'all have this cathedral ceiling in here, and it kind of just makes everything feel bigger, and it's just really beautiful.
Yes, this was the draw for us when we had bought the land and we were deciding which house that we wanted. We did the Tilson tour and we drove like 700 miles around Texas going to all different models, and we walked into this Breckenridge, and we knew this was the one because we knew we wanted a kitchen that opens up to the family area. And when we walked through the entry and saw the windows, we were like, this is it. This is it. Because we were between this one and the LaSalle. And so we chose the Breckenridge because it was everything that we had envisioned that we would want for our new home.
Yeah, I'm so excited y'all ended up choosing this plan. It's so beautiful. Well, let's go check out the dining. I really love the stained concrete that y'all ended up going with for y'all's floor plan. What made y'all choose that?
This is one floor that we also knew we always wanted. We wanted stained concrete. We had seen a couple stained concrete houses and we thought, that's amazing. And we knew we wanted kind of a brown tonal. So we chose the maple stained concrete, and we knew we wanted it all throughout the house. My husband's parents have stained concrete in their house, and so we loved it. Low maintenance. And so we just decided that's what we're gonna do.
And then the dining space, it is beautiful. I love this table and the light fixture above. I know y'all did a few things differently in this area. Remove the niches that kind of came standard, so you can kind of choose to change that if you'd like.
Yeah, just when it came to decorating, which I was constantly thinking about when we were putting the house together, I just wasn't sure how to work with the niches, so I just said, hey, let's take them all out. Also, we were thinking about possibly doing the, not the arches, but just kind of straightening them out and having the pointed corners, but I'm really glad that we stuck with this because I think it adds a lot of character to the house.
Okay, awesome. Let's go check out the master bedroom.
Perfect.
All right, yeah.
That's a statement.
Yes, I love that fireplace. Like that's just, I had never seen a fireplace laid herringbone either, and it is beautiful. Like it's just amazing. It's such a statement, such a unique feature in this house, and yeah, just great. And then you also have those big, gorgeous windows looking out on the property. Just love this space. So nice.
I don't think my wife would let me put a TV on that beautiful of a fireplace. So kudos to Ms. Barnes for playing ball.
Yeah. Hey, it might be her TV. You don't know.
Maybe. It would have to be if Rachel wanted to like that. It's too pretty. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful. It's great mantle as well. I mean, it's a beautiful space, and just love it. And that fireplace adds so much to it. And then this is the foyer, so you can see that beautiful front door on the house. And then it's just a great space to just kind of come in, and kind of give that separation between, where you enter and your family room. And then you can kind of see the dining room there off to the side. And then on the other side is the study. And I love that they kept the arches. I personally really like the arched openings. So I'm glad they decided to keep those. But if that's not your style, we can absolutely take the rounds out and just do a normal opening, kind of square it off for you. And then this is the dining room space, and the only changes they made here are the removing the niches. Like on the wall, kind of where you see her little buffet, there would have been a cutout to hold a piece of furniture in there. But can understand, not if you don't want that. It's very easy for us to take those out because if you don't have the right piece of furniture to go into it, it can be a little restrictive. But that's an easy, simple change. And this is just a great space for holidays. Lots and lots of rooms and lots of room in there, and looking out to the front of the property. All right. Well, we're not at the master bedroom yet, so we're gonna come back. It's okay. We left the divider slide out. So we do have a couple questions before we go ahead. Huh?
I got a little trigger happy.
You're trigger happy. I didn't put the break in for you. But...
I'm telling you, I am the Ron Burgundy of Facebook Live. You have got to, if you put on there, it's going to get read. That's all there is.
It's fine.
No question marks. Don't put question marks up there.
Little spoiler. All right. Julietta is asking, is the Lone Star model home completed already? So the house is complete. I would refer to it's more kind of the overall experience is more in what I would call a preview stage. Because there's been a little rain. So the landscaping is not where we want it to be. So it's not, the house is done. Anything surrounding the house is not done yet, but that is, if it's something that you do want to go see, it is open and available for touring, and we are all set up in our sales office.
It's unbelievable.
And it is unbelievably gorgeous. Like, it is definitely a house to see, but you will be, don't wear your nicest shoes if you're going out there. Like, be prepared for a little bit of mud. We're working on it as fast as we can now that the rain has kind of slowed down.
Yeah, the guys are there working like crazy, and it's so hot. Like, I was out there yesterday watching those, and it's just, and they're just getting it. They're there before we get there, and they leave about 5 minutes before our sales team leaves. Like, they're just steadily getting after it, trying to play catch up. So.
Yeah, but yes, the house is done, and it is gorgeous. Let's go ahead and take a look at the master suite that Eric really wanted to show.
Good idea. I think we should go there.
I think we should.
Wow, this room is so beautiful. I love it. So we did a double tray ceiling with the box beams. Is that something that you changed, or it was already kind of part of the plan?
No, that came standard, and that was the one thing that we noticed right when we walked into the master were those beams up there, and we just thought those are amazing. So we for sure knew we wanted to keep those, but yeah, those were standard.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful piece. Like, it really does make a difference in this room. And the three really large windows, like, I love it. Like, the natural light, you don't even have to have your lights on during the day probably, just because all this light is coming in.
Yes.
So it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
So let's go check out the master bathroom. Wow, this master bathroom is so beautiful.
Thank you.
I remember there were a few changes we made in here. What was like one of the major changes that we kind of made?
Well, herringbone again is my fave. So we wanted this model home had a built-in tub. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, the soaker tub.
And so the soaker tub. And so we decided we're not big bath people. But we knew we wanted to keep a tub, so the standalone tub was basically the optimal decision. So we decided to do the subway tile because we like pretty minimal stuff, and so I just decided to bring that herringbone pattern into the bathroom as a backdrop to the tub. Also in the shower, we didn't do herringbone because we thought maybe it'd be a little bit crazy, so we stacked the same kind of tile that we herringboned on this wall to kind of connect it and bring it together. And then we stuck with quartz all throughout the house, so we didn't change anything.
Yeah, I love the quartz. The white, it's simple, and then it even like goes really good with the white herringbone that y'all did to the ceiling.
The cabinet color also was a color that we had in our home that we sold in California, the darker wood, and we knew that we loved that. And that tied in with the floor, the walnut color floor that you guys were offering. And it was in the model home too. And so that's kind of what sold us on that as well, were the dark cabinets. So we knew we wanted that white pop with the white quartz. Simple, clean, and the same throughout the house.
Yeah, so let's go check out the rest of the house.
All right, so this is their master bedroom, and like she was saying, this is exactly how it comes included in the plan. So you get that tray ceiling treatment that just gives you all that height and those big, gorgeous windows. Just bringing in all the natural light from the property. So, yeah, just a great.
It must be
great
lost the size of this room. Like that is a full king size bed with like sitting chairs, and across from the sitting chairs you have the chest of drawers, and like it's. And room to like this is it's a massive bedroom.
It's a big room.
Family rooms.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, just a gorgeous, gorgeous space. And then the master bathroom. I love the color choices and the tile, layouts that they did in this space. I mean, it's beautiful. Very, very zen, just very peaceful and calming, having the dark and the white and very classic. Like I love what they did. In this space, and they did supply that chandelier over the tub, but that's it's just also nice. It all came together so well. I actually found it kind of funny when I was watching it. She's like, "We're not really bath people." I'm like, "But you like designed the most perfect spa bathroom."
Right? Yeah, it's a spa, full on spa bath.
You have a full spa bathroom, but yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love all the selections that they made in this space, and it's just beautiful,
Very cool.
All right, well, let's go ahead and see the study and the other bedrooms.
Y'all drop your questions into the chat. We'll answer every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go check out this gym space that y'all have. I remember on the plan it's an office, like a study, and y'all decided to kind of transform it into y'all's own little gym.
Yes, we are empty nesters. So we have 2 kids, but they're both doing their own thing. So we have the luxury of being able to have a gym. We're both retired, so we don't really need an office so much. Plus there's a little bit of an office space in another part of the house. So we're like, let's just take this and turn it into a gym, and that's why we chose to do that.
Yeah, I think that's awesome to just be able to work out from home. You don't have to go to a gym every day. You can just wake up and come in here and work out. So that's amazing that y'all did that.
And I get to work out and look out at the view, which amazes me because I love this tree, and it brings a lot of peace. So it's a great, great place to work out.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's go check out the other bedrooms. So I love this little desk area. It's really nice. I mean, there's really no point in really having an office because you already have this space here on the plan. What did y'all do about this? Is this kind of something that comes with it, or did y'all add it?
Yeah, this was standard. This was in the model, and has built-in shelves over there in that corner, which we love. And it's a place where we can pay bills, and it's separate from the living area right here. So it's a really good space just to kind of come in. If we had younger kids, they'd be doing their homework there.
Right.
I pay the bills there. I haven't found exactly the right desk chair yet, but that'll be coming. Yeah, but we loved the space in the model. Place for your computer, and a place for us to put all of our beautiful little pictures of our kids.
So let's go check out this other bedroom. It's so nice with the windows, and I believe you kind of changed the window design a little bit.
We did. I don't exactly remember which the model home, what windows they had. We fell in love with the super large windows. We knew we wanted that, and I knew I didn't want too many paned lines in there, so we went 2/2 around the whole house except the back. The back has no panes at all because we wanted to be able to see that view of our pasture and our cows like unobstructed. So we went with 2/2 in the front of the house, and then we kept the windows, just nothing in them in the back.
Yeah, I really think it goes really well with the exterior, and I think it was a really good choice. Let's go check out the other bedroom. I love how you decorated in here. The furniture is beautiful.
Thank you. We kept this standard, the room, so we didn't really change much with it according to the model, but the furniture was really fun. We found a lady that does old furniture. So we thought that would be really perfect for this room. The size of the room, it's a very good size room, and the furniture pieces fit really well. So we were super excited about that.
Awesome. Well, let's go wrap up in the kitchen.
All right, so these are those 2 bedrooms. They are both very nicely sized, very generous rooms. Like she said, one of them is a little larger, but you're looking at 14 by almost 11 bedroom in that in that space, and they are connected by a hallway bath, which we'll show you in a minute. But they both have very generous closets, just lots of space in these rooms. And then this is the hallway bath that they share, and again, just a good space, got everything you need, and just conveniently located between those 2. And I love how they did the glass doors here.
Yeah, this is full frameless, which is an option for us, and they're really clean look. So you got almost like a barn door kind of feel. You can see that actually in the mirror, you can see the mechanism there, how it works. Very nice.
Very nice. And then this is that hallway desk area that they were talking about. And this is included in the layout of the plan. And like you said, it's meant, they use it to pay bills, and you can use it for whatever you want, but it's really designed for, not needing to have a desk in your kids' room, then also being able to keep an eye on them while they're doing their homework. But this is just a great space for that. So love that that's included in the design. And then this is what's intended to be the study, and they're using it, as their workout room. I think this is the second one in a row who did that.
It
They
is.
had a study.
So we got some fit customers out there, very fit.
I
And
know. I'm feeling like I need more workout equipment.
was the other one in Bosque County as well?
Yes.
Then I don't know. I mean, we got a little gym competition going on. I was going to say this is the nicest gym in Bosque County, but I mean, we got a rating system. They have to include views. What all's included in the membership? Like there's.
I mean, that tree though. Like
Exactly that. So yeah, going back to our guy SJ who was asking about, like, if that tree's out there, don't touch it.
don't touch that tree. If you got something like that, like we'll build it. We'll build around it. It's fine.
We'll figure this out. Don't.
Yeah, we'll figure this out, because I would bet you picked the property for that tree. Like that is amazing and gorgeous. And then this plan also has a powder bathroom. So this is showing that pedestal sink and
Yeah, I'd knock that monitor off that bicycle and turn it 90 degrees and just face outside.
I know, right?
Be in the AC.
Absolutely. But yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. And we'll talk more about the utility room in a minute.
Going back.
I didn't put my stops in the right part.
I'm a little laggy today too. A little laggy.
I know. And we've got, let's see, Peyton saying, such a beautiful home and property. Those massive oak trees are incredible. Thanks for sharing your home with us, Todd and Carrie. Yeah, thank you. And then we've got Alicia saying, beautiful home. So happy to hear about the 3D model. Is this near future talk? Also, can you speak on steam showers, pricing, and other considerations, please?
On pricing, I can tell you they are very expensive to get them done. So and there are some. There's like some encapsulated units that I have seen, and that might be a way to go. It kind of depends on what you're doing it for. Is it for the medical reasons, heart health kind of thing? Although you could have some doctors that say do not get in a steam shower or a sauna, but some people do. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they need a lot of fuel. So if you don't have natural gas, you will need to have propane of some sort, and probably I would do probably a larger tank than normal, because the water heater is going to. I mean, the steam shower, that's the needs of that on BTUs is going to be significantly more than the conventional or even a tankless water heater. So that's some consideration there. And so then I will. Lastly, say my last consideration would be, how frequently do you think you're going to use it? So if this is something you have now and you use it on the daily, then we'll figure it out. If it's something that I don't know that you would, it's going to be very expensive to do. So I would want it to be something that you plan to use pretty frequently.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll answer the question on the 3D model. Keep in mind, we are a 94-year-old company, so nearest to us, yes, very quick, very soon.
We are nearer to the sun than Pluto. for example?
Yeah, what he said. So the sketch drawing of the 3Ds, our drafting team has that now. Like you can request that. We can accommodate kind of showing it to you. The system that Eric was talking about, the hierarch, that is honestly, it's a long-term project because it involves our drafting team completely changing the way that they design our houses, like not just the upfront stuff that you're seeing, but the actual rolling it out into the field. So we are going plan by plan. So we're starting at the top. So depending upon, we're starting with the most popular ones, and also the new ones will be rolled in as we launch newer plans. So it's really going to kind of depend. So we're planning to be completely converted over within the next couple of years. And they're working on the first 4 plans that we're doing it on now. So I would say sometime in the next 2 to 3 years, you should be able to see most of our portfolio like that, with 3 years being everything. So hope that helps. Kind of depends upon which houses you're picking out when you'll get to see it.
Pick a popular one. You have a lot better odds.
Yeah. Catalina, Canyon, Brazoria, Tampico. Focus on those. We get Tina saying, hi, getting ready to build a Gonzales Street in Galveston County. Are black framed windows instead of the traditional white a huge upgrade?
They're not a huge upgrade. They are still more, but they're not a big upgrade. It's something worth doing. I mean, it's comparable to like an upgrade of, level of quartz or something. I mean, it's not crazy expensive, particularly for that much of a statement piece, right? It's very difficult to do later. I always say if you're trying to cut places, do it in areas that you can upgrade for fairly inexpensive later, like do carpet instead of wood for now. And carpet's very easy to remove, like minutes. It takes minutes. Windows, that is a very invasive process. It's inexpensive. So my point is those things are worth doing up front. So ceiling heights, exterior facades, what kind of veneer you're going to have out on the outside, any kind of veneer inside, like you want to do stone or brick inside. Those are things to do now because they are very invasive and expensive to do later. Windows is on the list. So
okay, makes sense.
I was trying to stall while I got the idea from Zach. Like you see, I'm getting the 3 dots. I'm getting 3 dots.
We friend a friend, Tina. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll look at the utility room and we'll get back to you with Zach's answer.
If the 3 dots go away.
If the 3 dots go away.
Don't leave me on red.
So one of the areas that we didn't get to really talk about was the utility. Kind of explain what you changed about that space.
We wanted to use the utility room as kind of a mud room, so we decided that we wanted to put a sink in there. So we went with a countertop, the quartz countertop, and then we put a stainless steel farm sink in there so that we could use it to wash things off because we work outside a lot, and kind of just to drop our shoes off and anything dirty, tools and stuff, we could put in that sink there so we're not like dragging it into the house to put it away.
Yeah, I remember y'all like removed that tall cabinet and kind of just added more lower cabinets and upper cabinets. So I really like all the storage there. That way like everything's kind of hidden and it's not just sitting out. And I think it was a great idea to add that sink. That way you're not having to run through the house if you're dirty from outside. So I think it was a really perfect idea that y'all added that. So
yes, it worked out really well.
And so what was your favorite part of the entire house that y'all ended up doing?
We're actually standing in it. I love the kitchen for a few reasons, because I love walking out in the morning into the kitchen and seeing the windows all here and seeing our pasture. And then I also love looking at our fireplace. So this whole area right here is my absolute favorite part of the house. When we have family or friends over, they're all sitting here and I'm in here. And I love this whole area. It's warm and it brings the outside in with the windows, which is my absolute favorite.
Yeah, and I would agree. I really do love this space as well, just because when people come in, it's just amazing just to kind of walk in and see the kitchen, and then that fireplace really does pop. So I really agree with you as well. Thank you so much for showing us your home, and thank y'all for tuning in, and we hope to make y'all a part of the Tilson family.
So anyway, this is that utility room, the changes that they made there. So they did, change around the cabinetry in there to accommodate that big stainless steel farmhouse sink. So it's just a great drop zone area where they can, just wash off and just, I think this works very well. It's very much an improvement. Like, I think this ought to be an option that we offer on the plan.
Really
Like, this is very smart, very smart. So love that a lot. And that is the whole house. So thank you to the Barnes family for letting us share it. And here is that gorgeous tree, which I think is one of the best pieces of living there. Like in my opinion, I love that tree. I know we had nothing to do with it, but
No,
it's
that's
gorgeous.
but
It's
that's
gorgeous.
part of the story, right? Like that.
Yeah.
It's often, and you've repeated it, is that they fell in love with this land long before they ever thought about Tilson homes, and we get it. This is where it starts. Like, and it's a blank slate, and to invite us into the experience is incredibly humbling, and we're very grateful for the Barnes and everyone else who lets us do this, because we know that
Mhm.
this land is highly emotional, sacred in a lot of cases to you, and so yeah, I couldn't think of a better way to end this one. So this was awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you very much for letting us do that, and great job, Mariah. Well done.
Yeah, she did a great job. All right. Did Zach leave you on red?
He did, but no, he did not. He was honest. He wasn't sure, but
Okay.
I know pretty well what the cost, because I did them on my house. So I know that you're probably looking, I'd figure somewhere between $5,000 and $7,500 for the whole house, and so it should get you pretty close in most cases.
Yep. All right, cool. Jason's saying he's now sold on doing the landscaping with just rock like they did, no flower beds.
Wow,
I like it. It looks really good.
game changer,
Yeah.
game changer. Landscape fabric and rock,
hmm
and you can throw away your weed eater and mower and get Roundup.
If you want flowers, bring in little planters that you can like pull those suckers out and get these some new ones.
We find you leave them alone long enough, they just die on their own. They just quit.
Yeah. Well, if you're like me and you're blessed with a black thumb, like
That's
takes care of itself. Takes care of
Rachel,
itself.
we can kill anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
It was a running joke in my family because my grandparents owned a greenhouse. And they were like, don't let her touch anything. Like when I'd come to visit, they'd be like, just don't touch it. Just.
Yeah.
We've got Kathy saying beautiful home. Yes, it absolutely was gorgeous.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Gina says, I need to stop watching Tilson Lives due to great ideas. Think we might be adding the 8-foot interior doors. Still have time to make change order. Signed plans this past Saturday with Hayden in San Marcos.
Sorry, Hayden.
Sorry, Hayden. And Gina, don't leave us. We'll miss you.
Right.
Yeah, you can still watch. It's fine.
All right. Very cool. Well, this was a great one. Thank you all for joining us. Now, we have some things coming up. So obviously the journey doesn't have to end here. We have a Facebook page. We have a YouTube channel with hundreds of videos out there. Ones just like this, which are our favorite ones to do, sharing customer homes, but also all of these lives that we do are housed there as well. And some more technical stuff, like how we actually build the homes, why we do the energy things that we do. All those things are explained on there as well in our craftsmanship series. So go check that out. We got a website open 24/7. We got a new home specialist on standby, ready to answer all your questions, get you set up with appointments. Oh, we are struggling today. I am struggling.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, terribly sorry. Anyway, so all that to say, we want to see and hear from you. We got 12 design centers open 7 days a week. Love for you to stop by, sit down, have a cup of coffee, and talk about all the questions that you might have. We got another question popped in.
Oh, we do. Okay. All right. Antonio is asking, does Tilson participate in the Texas Veteran Home Loan?
Yeah, we can do text vet, no problem. And so can Wagon Hill, our partner lender. They can do text vet loans as well. We do all the ones. We can do text vet, we can do VA, we can do USDA, FHA, conventional, all the things.
All right. And Faith, one of our new home specialists, says yes, they are on standby. So start calling them.
Yeah, she's always ready to roll. She loves talking to you.
She does.
She loves it. So with that, we have some other things. So we got. We mentioned earlier the Lone Star is ready to go view. We do ask that you temper your exterior expectations, but Results Tree and Landscaping is working like crazy to get that done. It will be beautiful when they are done. It's an awesome retaining wall, very cool outdoor. I think we're gonna have like live music out there or something from the looks of this thing that's out there. I don't know, but
Yeah, they built quite the entertainment space out there. I feel like we've
yep,
got to
it's
throw some
amazing. We
events.
currently can afford me to play guitar out there. That's about all we're gonna be able to do right this second. So
Can we afford more lessons for you?
we will need those as well. Yes, we will need those as well. We'll need those as well. I do not take requests. But also, Angleton models are getting very, very, very close. So I know y'all bear with us down there in Angleton. We got the Refugio and the Arlington that are just about done down there. San Marcos is back up and running, ready to go. And then we've got some other places on deck where we'll be doing some things, doing a little bit of demolition, a little bit of facelifting, little new models up and coming. So that's happening too. Seminars, we got seminars coming up.
We have one seminar this weekend in Waco, and then we have more
Go
coming
see Mariah.
the rest of the month. But yeah, go see Mariah in Waco.
And the rest of the Waco team. They'd be love to hang out with you. But anyway, so thank you all for joining us. Obviously, we don't want you to end here. We want to see you somewhere else. We see you out and about at the design centers that we have. We love running into you there. Seminars are a great way to meet other people who are doing these same things. Like you heard Ms. Barnes say, they made the Tilson tour. So driving all over the state, looking at the LaSalle, looking at the Rockwall, looking at the Breckenridge. So we invite you to do that. We love having you. So we hope to see you soon. And we genuinely soon hope to make you part of the Tilson family. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, everybody.